Hey Woodturners, I'm Captain Eddie Castle and welcome to my shop. See that piece? That's a bowl that we roughed it in. Turned it, sanded it. Then the next video, I went ahead and put some color on it with brand artesian colors from Craft State. And I have it colored, and then I have 2 coats of sealer. And the sealer is a lacquer sanding sealer from Deft. And someone told me today that some of the woodcraft stores are handling that Deft sanding sealer. And there's a couple other places handling it too. But don't forget, you can always ask at your Ace Hardware store for them to order it. And if you're a really good customer, you've been supporting your local hardware instead of the big box guys who discontinued that item, then you'll get some good service. Now, I'm going to get some stuff together. I'm going to put a CA finish on this. A CA finish, which is a super glue finish. It comes out like glass. If I seem a little preachy, it's because I've done this a couple of times and I still hear from you guys that you're ruining pieces because you found the shortcut. I'm sorry, but the shortest line is, shortest point, it's a straight line. You know the deal, it's a straight line. I'm going to show you the straight line on CA. All you got to do, watch. Let's get the components together. Starting with, I'm going to use a CA Starbond product that's a super fast thin. Really, really thin. This isn't thin. This is really, really thin. This is my sanding stock. I use a lot of Siaflex products or Siasoft products on this. 320, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, whatever. That's what I use for sanding. This is my applicator. This is 1/3 of a roll of Bounty paper towels. I put it on a bandsaw, cut 3 rings out. That's a technical thing. Cut 3 rings out of it, so I have 1/3 sheets. And the 1/3 sheets are 1/3 of 1/3 of a sheet. You go through a lot of paper towels, so rather than start skimping to figure out how I can save a paper towel, let's start with a little bitty piece, and then we don't have to worry about skimping. Go ahead and tear off about 15 or 20 of them. Put them in a stack. You'll go through them. What does that equal? 5, 6 of the regular size sheets of this, and that equals what? 2 regular page. You do the math. You'll be amazed. All right. I will be protecting my hands using nitrile gloves. I'd rather this over the cheap latex. They're pennies more per pack, but well worth it. So we have the gloves, this, and accelerator. Now, my accelerator is the accelerator made by Starbond. I have to use this to cure between coats. I don't know of a shortcut for the accelerator. I advise against finding one. Find the accelerator. So, that's parts and pieces. Let's put on a fitting. Pardon me, a fitting. As I get suited up and put my nitrile gloves on, and this is even more important now that I babysit my grandson, because I don't want to have trace elements of CA making my fingers scratchy. And it will burn you. It will burn you like fire. If you get this medium thin CA through a piece of paper and onto your finger, it will burn like fire. Now, to start with, I've got 2 coats of sealer on this piece, right? I told you that. My speed is going to be somewhere around 600 RPMs. That's faster than sanding, slower than cutting. I'm going to take a little pad of paper, of paper towel, just a piece. Put a little CA accelerator on it, and I'm going to clean the piece. So I'm just cleaning it down, and it might be some residue from something, but this cleans it up. Couple of things. Here's the preaching. I didn't spray it on there. You won't catch me spraying this on that piece. So pay real close attention to the fact that I say do not spray this on that. A lot of y'all missed that part. Don't spray it. Now, relocate the trash can. I'm now ready to begin applying. That accelerator neutralized everything and gave me a good basic program to start with. I don't want to do that and wait a half an hour to get the rest of this started. That's got to be immediately before I start the sealer. This is my CA. You see the black tape? This stuff is so thin that without a gasket on it, it gets out between the lids and the tops. And guess what? You can super glue your feet to the floor. I read that somewhere. Take a little CA, put it on a pad, go to the middle, wipe it out. Guess what? That's all you can do. That's all you can do with this one piece of one-third of a sheet of paper towel. It's done. Now, I said it's done. You can't go back and forth. You can't go back up and come back out. You did it. You put the coat on. I have another piece. Squirt a little bit on it. Come around the outside. Those two pieces go to the trash can. That's one coat of CA. I'm going to put on 3 or 4 coats the same way. Squirt. Coat. I can't turn this around and hope to use this edge. This edge is getting hot and the fumes are coming off like crazy. Oh, by the way, the little fan's running. If you don't have proper ventilation, right about now, it's going to be burning your nose, your eyes, your lungs, your tissues, and making you sick. Do something about the ventilation. Now, squirt. Back. Okay? We have to address this edge. We haven't done anything to this edge. Or at least I haven't. And I can't see sacrificing a piece of a paper towel just for the sake of not wasting it to get the edge done right. So, that's 2 coats. And I throw it away. Just realized I didn't shut the camera off. There must be a whole bunch of crap out there I gotta check. I'm at about 14, 16 coats. I want to show you something. Do you see that? See the little rings and all on the bottom? I didn't sand this. I just now sealed it. And look at the outside. Okay. This is before sanding with 1000 grit paper. And before I decide if I have enough of a finish to work on. I really believe I have it where it needs to be. I'm going to take my Siasoft 1000 and I'm going to buff it a little bit and then clean it again. At that time, I'm going to decide if I think I can polish it out. Now, if I polish it out, I've done nothing to cause a problem. See, there's a little bit of residue coming off. Because I can stop the polishing process, clean it with the accelerator, and apply more coats. So I get it this far. I go ahead and get my polish it out, and then see some spots I don't like. I'm not down the river so far I can't swim back. That's a pretty good analogy, huh? Yeah. Need some polish. Did I tell you that I can bring the speed down a little bit? Take 1000 paper, wet it a little bit, and get a little bit cleaner cut on the 1000. to get the cleanup cuts. Okay, a little bit of moisture to help move it along. I'm going to have to be real careful about cleaning it after I've pushed all those little pieces into the spots and the grooves. But I get a better cut on the paper and a cleaner cut. This paper works so nice for wet sanding. Let me mention, all my sanding supplies for this project come from Vince Welsh at Vince's Wooden Wonders. I think I'm happy with it. I'm going to polish it a little bit and see. The only spot is a few wrinkles down in here, but I think I have them out. To polish it out, I use this. This Meguiar's Plastex. It's made for cleaning headlight covers and things like that. Take out fine scratches in plastic. This is the hardest finish I know of in the shop. So it acts like plastic. I always put a little bit of water down in here to keep it from getting too thick on me and not coming out. And I start with it back up around 600 RPMs. And again, paper towel. Never a rag spinning wood. Apply it real slowly and use the towel to buff it in. The guy up at AutoZone caught me in there yesterday, and he says, "Hey Cap, I saw your video that you're polishing CA with this Meguiar's. You know what you should try?" And he was pushing another product, and I said, "Have you done it?" "Nah, just, I like that polish. And we got it at a much better deal than the Meguiar's." Okay, don't get talked out of what works. I looked at the clock. A total of 4.5 minutes have passed to now. I've been buffing like crazy. And I've been using just the Meguiar's polish. I do not use a wax product to go over this. I've had a couple of guys say, you should try waxing it later. I think wax would be a softer finish and would not give me the look I'm looking for. Look in there. You see that? I've got some spots I want to address. Want to put it back up. I think I want to buff a little bit right in there. See if I have a holiday in a finish. Might be consistent with one I have over here. You see that? Now, because I haven't put any wax on this, and I really haven't altered the CA at all, I can put this back up, go to 600 grit, buff it a little bit, and put some more CA on this outside to get it where I want it at. But that's the beauty of this finish. It's very hard. It's very durable. And as of right now, I've not done a thing that would make it any less than CA. Nothing comes off but a little bit of dust. See, there's no wax or anything. It's a good finish. Cranked it back up. Put a handful of coats on it. Got rid of the spots that I had in the back, and I'm very happy with it. This is what I'm looking for. What I've shown you is not a bulletproof boilerplate. Anybody can try it and it's village idiot simple. No, I've shown you a very complex finish. And there's a couple of rules, and I think I preached on them a little bit. But you'll get a finish. Now, soup to nuts, this took me about 29 minutes. In fact, while I was with you, Dale Earnhardt Jr. got into the lead and got out of the lead. Never can tell with NASCAR. But this is a finish you should try. Do not try it on one of your best pieces. Chunk up a piece of wood, shape it, and then try to finish on it. I think you'll be happy with it. And if you do make up something that's got a really cool finish on it, I'd like to see a picture of it. Send it on to me, and I'll share it with the world. Until then, I'm Captain Eddie Castle, and thanks for joining me as we've been making shavings. You take care and be good. Oh, by the way, this is brought to you by Big Eye Productions, your source for carbide cutters. If you're looking for carbide cutters for your tools, you need to be checking out www.eddiecastellan.com, www.eddiecastellan.com. I got cutters to fit all the tools. Now, I heard from a guy this morning that he bought my cutters and the screws don't match up. I didn't say have screws for every bar because people change those to be proprietary. So maybe you got to go to the hardware store and find a 1024 or a 1032 or a number 5801, whatever. I got the cutters. Save the old screw. I got the cutters. Take care. See you later.